Hi guys, it's Senay. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing like a review first impressions on some Kmart beauty sponges. I went into Kmart last weekend at 11 o'clock at night because I've got a Kmart that's 24 hours near me, which is a horrible mistake because who doesn't love Kmart? I went in there just to grab one thing, of course, and I came out with a few more things. I saw all these new sponges on the racks, and I have tried a Kmart sponge out before and I didn't like it. It was really hard, but I saw these ones and they looked different. They seemed softer, so I thought I would try them out in a video today. The first sponge I've got here is the Body Sponge Face Body Tanning and Bronzing. This is what the sponge looks like. If you have been watching me the last few weeks, you know that I do have a pink one of these, but the pink one is actually from Target and it's so nice and soft. So I picked up the Kmart one. I'm not sure if this is like going to be softer. It feels a bit firmer than the Target one. The reason I love the Target one is it's so squishy and soft. This is dry. I haven't wet this at all, but it does feel quite nice. Yes, I know it's for your body, but I actually really enjoy these big sponges to do the face. I feel like it just covers a really large area. The next one I've got is the Makeup Blender Primer Foundation Powder Blush Sponge. I purely picked this one up because it was so cute in color. I love the pattern on it. I actually saw my friend Ken using this sponge and I was like, oh my god, where did you get that from? And then I realized it was the Kmart one. Again, this feels much softer than one I used a while ago, but it's definitely firmer than a beauty blender and probably firmer than a Real Techniques beauty sponge, but I can't get over the pattern. It's so beautiful, it's so cute. And last but not least, I picked up the Makeup Blender Highlight Hard to Reach and Conceal sponges. So this one came with two. They are so small. They look like Easter eggs. So this is what the little sponges look like. I'm not sure if I'm going to like enjoy these. I purely picked them up because they were so cute. I'm assuming it would be good for maybe under the eyes. It says, yeah, hard to reach areas, concealer and highlight. So maybe just around here. Very soft and squishy. These ones feel even softer than the other sponges. So I've got these two, I've got this one, and I've also got this one. These are all dry at the moment, so I'm going to go and make these damp and we'll see if they've grown in size. Okay, so I have dampened the sponges. You can definitely tell they have grown in size. They're much softer as well. They're much more squishy, which I'm happy about. This one's soft. Still not as soft as the Target sponge, but very squishy. And here is the little one, which did grow in size as well. Very soft. I swear the old Kmart sponge I had probably over a year ago wouldn't even absorb water. That's how hard it was and I just hated it. I ended up throwing it out because you couldn't even dampen it. It was like a rock. This one is so nice and soft and bouncy. The reason I'm using my Steel foundation is because I know how it performs. I've used it plenty of times to know it works and blends out really beautifully, so I would know if the sponge is not blending out the foundation very well. I'm going to start off with this side of my face and I'm going to use the normal beauty sponge. Okay, so it is blending out really nicely. I feel like it definitely is absorbing some of my foundation, which all sponges do, but I feel like this one might be absorbing a little bit more. It is a bit firmer than what I usually use. Not too firm, like nothing hard. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. I really do like this sponge. I'm just going to add a bit more foundation. I'm really loving the sponge and I definitely will be using it again. I feel like that's gone on so smoothly as well. So for this half of my face, I'm going to test out the body sponge. This one is holding a lot of water. Like I tried to squeeze a lot of it out, but when I squeeze it and then let go, it takes a while to like reshape itself. I can feel water still dripping on my hands and I squeezed this out into a towel. So I like to hold mine like this and use the end of the sponge. That's what I do with my Kmart sponge. I mean Target sponge, sorry. So this one definitely isn't absorbing the foundation as much as the other sponge. It is going on nice and smoothly. Keep in mind, if you don't like really large sponges, you won't like this one. I'm pretty used to it because I use the other one. Yeah, I do like this one. Not as soft, but still really nice. Just be aware you won't be able to maneuver this around the nose that well. Like you really need to push in and maybe squeeze the sponge. I don't know, I'm really impressed with these sponges so far. I typically use a smaller sponge when I get to my forehead just because I have already put my eyebrows on. I don't want to like wipe them off. I might actually use this little one to get like in between the brows. I usually use just like a synthetic brush to get in there. Oh my god, this is so small. I don't know how to even use it. This sponge is so small. I feel like my hand is cramping because I'm like this. Like a bird beak. Personally, I would just use a normal sponge, like probably this one, and use that end. This one I'm not used to. Like I've never used a small sponge before. I know they've got the mini beauty blenders. So if you do like the mini beauty blenders, you probably will like this. I feel like it's more work for me. Like my hand is cramping up. But other than that, I think it's blending out really nicely. It just depends if you're happy with this kind of size. For concealer, I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Natural. It took like 100 years to get this concealer out because it got blocked. I find it gets blocked really often because, you know, the tip of it just builds up with concealer. Taking the beauty sponge again. And for this side, I'm going to use the little one. I'm just going to see which one I prefer out of the two. I can already tell you I prefer the bigger one, just simply because it covers more of an area and I'm not really having that much trouble getting in there to blend it out, just because the small ones are meant for like hard to reach places. I don't really have that issue with just a normal sponge, so I feel like the little ones are not that necessary. I'm just going to highlight the center of my face as well, but I'm going to go in with another concealer. Yeah, the little ones are just not that necessary to me. They're cute, but I can get the job done faster with just a normal sponge. So I'm going to use a concealer I haven't used in ages. I just kind of forgot about it. I don't know why, because I used to love it. So let's see if I still love it. This is the Mud Makeup Design Cover Up Concealer. This one's in the color 2 Natural Beige. Pretty sure you can buy this brand in Kohl's, but I remember I used to love it. So I just want to give it another go. It's very thin and watery. From what I remember, I used to love using this one with like a pink concealer underneath because it didn't cover my dark circles that well. It did look beautiful on the skin, but I felt like I needed a corrector with this concealer. I do have a lighter shade of this concealer, but I feel like I've been steering away from over highlighting under the eyes. I feel like everyone's kind of getting over it now, like the stark white under eye. I feel like I just want to step away from that for a little bit. I'm not even going to bother using that little sponge anymore. This is just quicker for me. I'm going to cream contour my face with my Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I've said it a million times, this is my favorite contour slash bronzing stick. It's honestly so easy to use and I hated cream contouring. But ever since I found this is like the easiest thing I've ever used. It's so creamy, and now like I don't really use my other ones because they feel so dry. This one's nice and like soft and just really creamy and easy to blend. Back in with this sponge, I'm just going to blend that out. I reckon my overall opinion with these sponges is this one is definitely my favorite. I can definitely see me picking this up again and using it. So that's a really good sign because I'm enjoying it so far. That blended out ridiculously quickly. I think this sponge and that contour work really well together. Okay guys, so I'm back. I have finished all my makeup. If you want to see a makeup tutorial on this look, I will have it linked down below, and if it's not linked down below, that means it isn't up yet, but there definitely is a tutorial coming on this look. So back to the sponges, my opinions on them. I have to say I really enjoyed just the standard beauty sponge. It is so soft and squishy. Like I said, the one I used over a year ago was horrible, hard. It couldn't even take take to water, like it wouldn't even absorb the water. They have definitely improved the material they're using for the sponges. I know it's very dirty. I feel like it did absorb quite a lot of product, but I really can't complain too much. I really like the sponge. It's only $3. Like, you can't go wrong with a $3 sponge that works really well, and I will definitely be using this again. This one, it did work. It's really cute and small. This comes down to personal preference because the sponge does work and it does absorb the water really well and it blends out really nicely. This is just if you can really be bothered holding this little sponge and blending it out on your face. That's totally up to you. Personally, I probably won't be reaching for it that much. I just find it easier using this. But if you are someone who has trouble getting into small areas or like around the nose or something, I think you would like these. $3 for 2 of them. They're cute, they're small, they look like Easter eggs. I don't really have anything else to say about that one. So this really large sponge, I did like it. I felt like it held a lot of water though, like I couldn't really get the water out. And it's been like a while now and it still like has a lot of water in it, and I really squeeze this out. It definitely is firmer than my Target body sponge. I would definitely choose the Target one over this one, but I probably still will use this. Again, it's only $3 and I will most likely still be using it. Overall, I actually really do like the sponges. It just comes down to personal preference for you guys on what size you're after. The material is so much better, honestly, than last time, and they really impressed me today. I really didn't think the Kmart sponges were going to impress me, but they did, and I'm really happy about it because I think I'm just going to be using this one from now on. I really enjoyed it. If you like these types of videos where I try out new beauty products, please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know if you want me to try anything else, like whether it be makeup or something to do with beauty stuff. I'm always happy to do like first impression videos on new products. But anyway, that's all from me. You can go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or Facebook. I've been quite active on Twitter lately, just chatting away. So if you want to talk to me on there, feel free to. And I'll see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.